What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible.
Hi guys, good. My name is Mercy Omoniyi, and this is my lovely husband,
II Mercy Emmanuel.
Yeah, so we're just here today's our 5th year anniversary, and we are just here to just share some of our experience with you, and we hope you'll be blessed through it. And our anchor scripture that we are using for this basis is taken from 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. And I'll be reading from the Good News translation, which says, "Every test you have experienced is the kind that normally comes to people, but God keeps his promise, and he will not allow you to be tested beyond your power, to remain firm. At the same time you are put to test, he will give you the strength to endure it and provide you a way out." So it's just, saying that really there's nothing that anybody is going through that is not common to man. Every one of us, whatever you're passing through at the moment, whether you are at a point of looking for a life partner, or you're at the point of saying yes to someone and you've been praying and you're just not sure, or you're at the point of you're not even sure if the relationship is going to work out. You're not the first to go through that particular situation. We all have been there, and we are just here to just share our experience. And trust me, this is unscripted. This is pure. We'll just be saying it as it is, and we believe that you would be blessed and inspired in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So once again, my name is Mercy, and first we'll just start with how did we meet?
Actually, we met during the service here. I think we were both serving in Abia State when we met. So,
yeah, we're serving in Abia State. You were serving in Umuahia. I was in Arachiko. We're both in MCCF.
Yeah.
So he was the state MD. I was the regional MD. So yeah, so we usually go to the States. I think was it every 6 months or twice a year?
Yeah, whenever there is a
the
special
conference.
program.
Yeah, we usually go to the State House. Yeah, we call it the State House for conference. So we usually gather. The choir we gathered. Everybody will be singing together and rehearsing. So yeah. So if you want to share the story, you found me.
Yeah. Actually, it's just like when we started, it was just like, okay, I'm the choir leader for the state. She is the zonal choir leader. So it just normal organ, the boss and the subordinate. So she always reports to me whatever is going on at the zonal level. So, and I give my input, and whenever we come together, we have a large crowd. And so there was this day I was just walking around the state house, and I just saw someone at the book library looking for a book, and I said, "Who is this?" And so we just greeted, and I love the fact that she was trying to get some books. So that was how we started talking, Sean.
Did you start talking? Because I don't think I can't even remember, but I know that when I was in service here, I used to be fascinated with books a lot. Anytime I see book, I just can't I can't help it. I know I just have to buy books. So I'm always fascinated whenever I see books. And he said that was the first time he saw me anyway. And I could remember actually one of the rehearsals that you were hiring me somehow.
No, it was not hiring you. Sincerely, it was not hiring you. It was just me like trying to look at, okay, who are the few people that I can work with, like people that can take the lead vocal, people that can be on the BV. So those are the people I was looking for then. It's not like I was eyeing you.
But okay, I'll say. But you really tried.
Yeah.
You really tried, because I was close to the MD. Okay, so he had assistant.
Yes, I have an MD.
He had an assistant, AMD. We called them. Sorry about the name, but we just got how we call everything. He had an assistant
director.
Yeah. So that one was the assistant music director, and we're quite close. By the way, and we became quite close because I had an encounter with God during my service here. I think that will be a story that I will share another day. And this guy has been instrumental, really. is helping me to grow spiritually. He sent me messages. So I think that there was this bond, and I was close to him, and I was like, I can't be close to the MD at the same time, but like I like that guy. There was already emotional connection. So when he was trying to get close to me, I didn't understand him. I didn't even give him high. I remember the last day I was meant to leave Abia State, when I was in Umaya. I think I came to the State House, and you said I should see you before I leave. Then what did I do?
You didn't see me. You just left.
I ran away.
You just ran away.
Because you will know when someone is trying to, we ladies, we know when someone is trying to get close to you. Someone is trying to, so when something is coming.
Actually, before you even left, that was the time. Okay, we were asked that, okay, as a final year, they were supposed to have their dinner party. So we were supposed to have somebody like a date to the dinner party. It's just normal Christian dinner party. So, but come with +1, and I just asked her that, okay, can you be my +1 to the dinner? And she literally turned me down. I was just like, well, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I turned him down because I was going with the A&D. So I had to say no to him. Like, guys, don't spoil my shine. So I was with this A&D, and we went together. I think I even have some pictures. We might post the picture if we're able to put it in this video, but if not, that's it. So yeah, and it was kind of awkward as well. When I saw him, I was just feeling shy when I saw him at the party, but it is what it is. So, when did you officially told me you wanted to be in a relationship with me?
Okay, by the time she was part of the batch A, what's batch?
I was batch C.
Batch C.
You were
So
batch A.
I was batch A.
So I know I left.
She left before I finished. So after that, we didn't talk. When she left, I think for a while we didn't talk. Then later, after a while, we started talking. I was asking her how she was doing back in Ibadan. But
no, I was not in Ibadan. Was I in Ibadan?
Yeah.
I suppose I was in Iwo.
Okay, yeah, she was back in the war. So we just started chatting, asked her how she was doing back then. And so I didn't say anything concerning it because she don't first serve me the first and two breakfast. So I was just acting normal, just being a friend. And so after a while we started chatting, but there was no talk of going out. So until I came back from service here, and during this job search, I was still searching for jobs. So we were talking, and she's always there to encourage me about job. And I think about that time, she has started working as a teacher in one French school in Ibadan then.
Yeah.
So
she
started working as a teacher. So I was still there, and
before I started deciding to talk to you, something happened. Maybe I will also share in detail, but something happened. I have been in touch with myself and the AD. We've been talking, and we didn't define the relationship really. We were just very, very close, and there's emotional connection, but he told me at the time that he wasn't ready for a relationship, that he wanted to settle down. No, not settle down. I mean, he wanted to get a job. He wanted to be comfortable before he could even think of going into relationship. I mean, this is not even marriage, just ordinary relationship. He said he wasn't even ready for that. So, and he was there trying to get my attention. I was not even giving him any attention. So, the way I got to give him the attention was, I met with a friend, a brother of mine. I can never forget him. I know you must have forgotten. Brother Ransom. So, yes, I met with Brother Ransom, and I told him, and he was like, Mercy, don't allow any guy waste your time. I mean, he was like, don't allow any, then, I mean, he was just so blunt with me, and then we held hands together, and we prayed, and I felt some peace. Then when I got home, God now led me to this book, Battlefield of the Mind. Remember I told you I love books, and I love reading. So I read Battlefield of the Mind, and that Battlefield of the Mind, and also Love and Respect by Dr. Emerson Hegerich. I can never forget those two books. Those two books were the books that helped me in actually, making decisions. Yeah. So I read those books, and those books gave me clarity. Really, I was able to understand, my emotions and where the place of emotions is and where the place of making decision is. I was able to understand that really love is not about all this rush thingy, all this butterfly, although it's important, but that is not really majorly what it is. So I was able to move forward with that book. I was not in a relationship, but it was like I was in a relationship anyway, but I moved on. So I was able to move on after reading that book, and then I started giving him attention.
No, even at that time when she was giving me attention, it's not like probably I opened up to say, okay, this is what I wanted, or this is why we've been talking. So we're just talking like friends.
But that's where it started. If I don't even give you the attention, you don't even have chance to even talk to me. But the main thing is that I gave you attention. I was talking to you now.
Yes, we're talking and we're chatting. And I was in Lagos. She was in Ibadan. And so I just decided that, okay, we've been talking for a while now. Let me come and see you at Ibadan. So now going to see her, look at it. I don't have a job. I'm still struggling to get one. And she's working, and she was also helping her hands with the kids at home. So I was going to go to Ibadan. So I just look at it that, okay, I'm going to see this person, and I know what's in my mind. I know what I wanted. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to go. So I got dressed. I called. So she arranged a place where we're going to meet. There's this brother of...
just somewhere, Sha.
Yeah, somewhere. So I got to Ibadan. So we met, and I stayed with the guy, and she came around that day. We went to was it a canteen or restaurant? It's not a fast food.
Not fast food. One on daddy. Not fast food. Come.
Yeah, we just went to one roadside canteen like that. Yeah. So we sat. So we were just having a drink, and so we started talking, and so I made my intention known to her. Like, I did not tell her that the Lord say you are my wife, or the Holy Spirit ministered to me while I was sleeping. No, I didn't go by that way. So I just told her exactly what's on my mind. And so I know, you know, ladies now, they will still want to do one thing. But I know within her too, she's been seeing that signal. But she just said, okay. So I think I stayed in Ibadan for, I think just one night.
I think it was one night, yeah.
Yeah, it's one night. So after we talked, we went back to the house where I was staying. Then we were there. The guy that holds the place came also before she went.
Fast forward, we got into a relationship. Yeah. So I can't even remember the year, because I think we were in a relationship for about 3 years.
Yeah.
But before we got into a relationship, I think I told my auntie knows.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not have that confidence to tell my parents. I would have, because they've told us, my parents were my spiritual fathers. So if I had someone else as my spiritual father, I would have carried the person along. But because my parents were pastors, I mean, they were my spiritual fathers, my parents. So I could not confide in them at that level. It was quite difficult. And I'm also going to talk about all these things that we go through as pastors' kids. We go through a lot. So I just had to confide in my sister, auntie, and then I prayed about it, of course. And it wasn't too long. I don't think I'm not the kind of person that takes 1 month, 2 months to give someone an answer. So
I think immediately she told her aunt that, okay, I'm going out with this person. The aunt called.
Yeah.
And they asked me to visit anybody again.
So he came to visit and even slept.
Yes.
Yeah.
I stayed with the aunts and the family.
For one night.
Yeah, for one night. And we spoke, and she asked me what are my intentions and why Mercy. And I told her everything, like, okay, this is what I want, and I think she's the kind of woman I want to spend the rest of my life with.
So can you say exactly what did you see in me? I think I'm also going to say what I saw in you. We've not said, what did you see in me?
Well, when the first time I saw you at NYC or NCCF, I saw that she's somebody that, okay, she loved knowledge and she was reading, and also she's dedicated to God's work. And because whenever we are having a program at the State House, she's always coming. The State House is very far from Arochukwu, so it's not a journey of 1 hour. It's more than 1 hour, I think so.
Yeah.
But she's always coming, and it's not like anybody's paying your transport. You have to pay transportation for yourself and be there. So somebody that can dedicate her time to come for programs like that, and while others are there and they don't want to spend their money or come to get knowledge, I was just like, okay, that's cool, and that's part of the quality. And she's also somebody that is, although when we met, she's always saying sir as the MD. Everybody in the State House calling sir. So
I don't say sir again.
The respect is there. So, and I felt okay. There's no if wherever you want to find somebody, your life partner, it's good to find them where they are working, studying, and try and look at them like at these people. This kind of people that want to develop, that want to grow. Yeah. Those are the things you look at. It's not somebody that is static, and you're not seeing any sign of wanting to grow in them. So those are the things you need to check. It's not like you're praying and...
So for me, why I said yes to you, remember, he didn't have a job. He did not even have a job.
Yeah.
And sincerely speaking, you don't want to know many things. I mean, literally, it was like he had nothing.
Yes.
No money, nothing. But I knew he had a future. I asked him about where he would see himself, about his goals, his aspirations in life. So he told me, and I bought into his future. I said I could walk with him. So that was why I said yes to him. And in fact, I could remember that God was telling me, literally, that if I want to have peace, that this is the man for me. Because I know myself. Many people that knows me, they know Mercy is this spray. But sincerely, in that spray, many people will not know. Many people don't know that I could go for a man like him. Really. So it was nothing about money, but I know that he has a future. And I know I don't know, I had that feeling was so strong in me that God is taking me to places. I know he had a bright future, and I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to, and when that time I had this understanding, or this mentality that it's good to build from the scratch together.
I know during those periods,
yeah,
I wasn't living with my parents. I was cutting with a family. And it was just a room with just a mattress on the floor, without a window, or what I call it, without a curtain. It was just only the mattress on the floor, no carpet, nothing, just on the bare floor. So that was where I was staying. And I think she came to visit a couple of times, and
that was still later when I got to
later
Lagos.
When she got to Lagos.
Yeah, when I got my job
and
in Lagos.
She would come to the house, and I was thinking probably somebody, she would just feel like, oh, is this where you're staying? Or how are you managing here? But she didn't just say anything. She didn't even mention it. She didn't even say anything concerning where I was staying or how the environment looked like.
Guys,
just go with it.
I mean, the kind of confidence I have, I don't know, the kind of confidence I had, that for me to go ahead with this man, the kind of I don't know, the way God worked upon me, that I just he had zero.
Yes, so
he could not even send me ordinary recharge card. Ordinary recharge card he could not send me. But I knew that he would do it for me later. I knew that there will come a time that this is the kind of man that he would be willing to give me the whole world. And I knew he loved me, really, genuinely. That one thing I knew. I knew he loved me.
Before that moment came.
I know. I knew he loved me.
So
yeah.
while we were still going on with the relationship, so she started a master's.
I started my master's in UI, University of Ibadan. So let's fast forward. Yeah, so we had some challenges.
Oh my God. And immediately when we started the relationship, we were using phone, because she is a distance relationship, so we're always calling and always having time to pray on phone.
Yeah.
Together, we can charge like 500 at that time,
and I just sent you a recharge card.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys need to know that. No, I think many ladies need to know that.
Yeah.
So that you won't know it is only the man that has to. I mean, for me, that time it was like I was sowing into his life, into his future. I saw him really genuinely as a man of God, and I was sowing into his future. So I was really, really, literally willing to do anything.
Yeah.
So I feel it's good to share that. Really.
Yeah, because we need to pray like once in a week. So sometimes I may not have recharge card, so she will have to buy the recharge card or send to me, and so that we can pray.
I think we were praying. Was it every Thursday?
Yes.
We fast and pray. Yeah. That's one thing that we did. We made sure, even when we first met in Ibadan, we prayed together. So we had a good time to hold our hands and pray together. And also we've been praying. Since we started the relationship, most of the things we do when we talk really is it's not as if we don't talk about our feelings or anything, but we pray a lot. I mean, we pray. And I can remember most of those times I used to pray even for my day of delivery. Like, can you remember when I was in UI? You'd be praying about my day of delivery, everything. We were praying, committing even the children, to the hands of God. Yeah.
So there was a time in the relationship, was it your first year or second year doing your master's?
Oh God.
Yeah. I just... we've been having ups and downs in the relationship. Like, my wife will just go 1 week, she will not just talk to me, and I will call, what's happening? So I was trying to understand that, okay, she's studying, and I was trying to understand that part. But, the way I was seeing it, I was seeing like the relationship is fading off little by little. So I know probably because it's a distance relationship. So I try all I can to just make sure I go and see her at UI, University of Ibadan. And at the time, there was a period where she just called me that we need to see. Yeah, we need to see. She just called me, and we went to a friend of mine.
Yeah, I can remember that period. Yeah. That was the one that was like, I think that time you said you were ready to you were willing to let go.
Yes.
I think it was like it was the only one in the relationship already. Like I was no longer interested. And let me tell you why. I've seen some brothers in fellowship. That was just, I discovered that I'm this emotional. I'm very, very emotional. So I allowed those times. We thank God for growth, really, but it's okay to share those experiences. So I was still one fine brother today. It's not even necessarily about fine. I was so carried away with charismatic, all this fiery brother. And my husband is a very gentle, he's very gentle, he's very calm, cool. And what those are the first things that I didn't want to say yes to me, because I wanted someone that was, Jim, charismatic, brother. But so when I went in I got to meet some brothers that it became a very great distraction and affected our relationship.
Yeah, and I think basically because there are people you see every day.
Every time, and it was just a distant relationship. So in fact, for a long time, I think for like 1 year, you were so unstable, and you were like, it was like you that you were, and it had to come, and it was even really to already let go that time, but I think I came back to my senses that period.
Yeah, I think she just came and we were at the living room, and she just told me that she doesn't think this thing will work. Hey, I was just like, is that the first time or the second time?
I think that would be like the third time. I used to say it many times.
So I just like, we talked about it, and we cried. I cried at my friend's living room. I cried. I said, why do you want to leave me at this time, at this period? So I was just like, was it because I have nothing, this and that? We talked a lot, and she was just saying. So we didn't reach a conclusion. And at this point, I think the mom now is aware of our relationship. So we went back. We said, okay, we'll try to work things out. So I went back. So after a while, still wasn't working. So we just said, okay, let's see at Ibadan again. And this time around, it's just for us to say goodbye. So I think even this time that I was coming, I did not even have transport to come. And the mom, she told the mom that I'm coming to Ibadan to see her, but she's not sure I'm going to come again. And the mom sent me some money. Literally, this is still a relationship, and the mom has been very, very supportive, although the dad wasn't aware then. So the mom sent me some money. Yeah, let me remember now. So the mom sent me some money so that I could come, so that we could see. The mom was not aware of everything that's going on about the relationship, that even this coming, it was just for us to just iron things and say, okay, let's go our separate ways. So I came to Ibadan that day, and so my friend was around, and I think the fiancé, is it wife? Are they married? Yeah,
they were married.
Yeah. So they were around. So I just said, let's take a walk. Yeah. So let's take a walk. So we took a walk, and me, I was ready to say, Madam, I think at this junction, everybody should go their separate way. And she said she needed to say something before I talked. So I think that was when she started saying she's sorry for the ups and downs and everything that she has been doing, that she knows I've been patient with her and this and that. So she apologized. While on the road there, I think we had a heart-to-heart talk, and it really make both of us felt a lot better and lighter, and we pour out everything in our mind, and that was how we became stronger, and the relationship just boom at that moment. And we started putting a plan of wedding and everything in motion at that period of time.
That was the big turnaround. Really, that day I can't remember the exact date, but I know that spot. Outside, and I mean that was just the turnaround. And remember, it's just been me. I think I will share my story as well probably later, but really it was just me. And although I loved God, I still love God. I cherish the things of the kingdom. I was really, really struggling understanding emotions. And I'm sure that there would be people that is also, struggling with this aspect where you don't just understand. It was later I got to know that even when I'm married, I will still see people that I could be emotionally attached to. But because I'm emotionally attached to them does not mean I have to act on it. Because I've made a decision. And as well, that book as well, again, I had to revisit it again. The language of love and respect. And understanding what love really, really is. And the understanding I got also, helped me moving forward, and I was able to stabilize. I think that point I was able to stabilize, and even if I see anybody at that time, I know that no, I might like you, I might think, oh, you are this Jim brother, but no, I know that I've chosen, and I've chosen, even if I could remember as well, in that book where Dr. Egerich was talking about the fact that you just, sometimes the emotion might not come first, but when you make the decision, the emotions will follow. And that was what happened in my case. So what I chose to love him. I chose to say yes to him, not because I was feeling any butterfly in my tummy. I think at that time, my emotions were already not even understanding themselves anymore. Yes, everything was just upside down. So I just had to make a decision based on the leading of the Spirit. And I'm grateful to God. I mean, I'm so grateful because I don't think I could have made any better decision in choosing this lovely man as my life partner.
Okay, I just want to say this to people in relationship and people in marriage also. that when you are going out with somebody, or when you are dating somebody, or when you are in courtship with somebody, on that journey, you will definitely come across somebody that's probably more handsome, more beautiful than the person you're going out with. But, because you have made up your mind that you want to stay with that person, don't let your emotion get in the way. Because even during marriage, in the office, around your environment, you will still see somebody that's maybe good looking, have charisma, and you more than probably your wife or your husband. Are you going to say you're going to leave your husband or leave your wife because you find, or you saw, or you met somebody that is more handsome or more beautiful? So to tell you that marriage relationship is commitment. It's commitment. If you're committed to this person, be committed to the end. Because it's more than just your emotions. It's more than your emotions. So
commitment does not even start from this day you walk up to the altar.
No.
To say, yes, I do. Commitment actually starts from the relationship, from when you are courting or when you're dating. Commitment starts from then. When you have learned commitment at that stage, it will help you to also remain committed, even when you now say yes, and you now get married and you start seeing each other's flaws, and everything. So when you have learned and disciplined yourself to practice commitment from the start, I think it's also a great deal. And that is one thing that is lacking in,
so many
recent times. Because many people are not really committed in relationship until when they now walk up to that altar, or when they say, put a ring. Did you even put a ring?
No.
I mean,
in fact, that was during the time when we were planning. That was the time we got. Okay, we went to ShopRite. You remember? We went to ShopRite to just chill. And and we were just joking, like we took, I think, a rope. And I just took a rope. I just ran it around our finger. And some guys came to snap us. But if you don't look at it very well, you don't know that it's a rope. Although we didn't see the picture up to today.
That's true. That's true. Even collected money, we paid for it.
We paid for it, but we didn't see the picture.
Really. We didn't really put a ring on it before we became committed. So I think because he loves God, I love God, and we were, genuinely born again. So we know that if we say yes, from the relationship to each other, we should stick to it, and we should be able to trust, one another. And I think that has really, really helped us. And sincerely speaking, it just also points to the fact that turbulent times does not mean that it will not happen in relationship as well, because our relationship was really, really troubled. So turbulent times is not just waiting till marriage for it to start surfacing. We passed through many turbulent times while in a relationship, and it built us, it made us stronger. It did not break us. And I'm always grateful to God because we had that anchor, Christ. We founded our relationship on Christ, the solid rock, and we continue to build it on Christ, the solid rock. When we got married, we also maintained that altar, and that is what has also kept us till now. Because while we are married as well, we have faced challenges, difficult that you cannot even imagine. When I'm saying difficult challenge, trust me, you can't imagine it. We might be sharing it if God permits us, at a later days, but we have faced difficult time that some marriage will have broken up with those kind of challenges that came our way. But because we knew that God, He is the head of this home, and both of us are submitted to Christ, that has really, really helped us. Even though when we now feel like walking away, we never walked away. We still stood by each other, and we are here, and we are still standing.
Some people will come and say, oh, it's been 5 years of blissful marriage, joyful marriage. Let's be sincere with ourselves. We've had our ups and downs. We've had our share of the storms and rage. So many difficult times. We've cried together, we've prayed together, we fought, we argued,
Yeah, we still
have
fought.
misunderstanding, and it's not like it's going to stop.
We still fought for this video.
Yes. So, so it's still going to be like that. But one thing is just try to understand each other.
Yeah.
Try to understand each other and try to.
Yeah. So we'll be ending it on this note. We don't want this video to be too
Too
long. Yeah, so we really appreciate you guys for listening to us. We'd like you to share your thoughts in the comment section. Please, if you feel you've been blessed from this little, we don't know what to call it, this video, you could share it, with people. Really, our point is not even just to make money, really. We just want to share our experience with people and let people be encouraged. Yeah, and don't worry, by the time we'll see, if you really want us to do more, we'll do more of this, and then we'll share, how our journey has been, and I'll also share, personal things that, that I have experienced as well in my life, even before I got married and while being a mother as well. So see you again.
Thank you for your time. See you again.
See you later. God bless you. Bye.